welcome to the number one station in the nation, GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. I'm always excited. I tell you, I don't know, boy. I got to make sure I allow some of this excitement to roll off into other individuals. I'm not gonna say who or anything like that. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, I have to do it now, and I'm gonna dive right in. And just to let you know, we are doing the best we can with what we have, and I am going to be doing a follow up conversation so you can also see this young lady live. I do have an outstanding young lady here with me today, one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. All you have to do is simply stop by our broadcast network platform, GMAP1.com. Click on the tab that is simply titled Featured Authors. You'll see a copy of her publication sitting right there. And with no further ado, I have to do it. It's a level of excitement for me. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have her on the line with me. And with no further ado, I'm introducing to some and, well, presenting to others. Outstanding Tanay Sawyer is with me. Tanay, good afternoon. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Thank you
Ooh.
so much for having me. I'm so excited to talk to you
Well,
today.
you're thanking me for having you, but I'm thanking you for being here. I'm thanking you for simply accepting the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network family. And I'm just going to allow you to do what it is I always like to do. And I want you to simply introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Who is Tanae Sawyer?
Well, I am a native born from Detroit, Michigan. I did bounce around a little bit. I lived in Baltimore, lived in Hawaii before I landed in my second home, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Mm.
But I love it here. I had to get away from that winter weather. So being
Ah.
in the desert is a dream for me.
Mm.
Before I've been living in Las Vegas for about 7 years. Before I moved here, my career was rooted in business management and marketing and merchandising, but I didn't want to do that anymore. I was tired of clocking in and out of somebody's time clock. So I didn't know what I was going to do when I moved here, but God did. And now here I am, author, speaker, and healing coach. And it's crazy.
Wow. I understand the cold weather. I've gotten used to here in the Chicagoland area, and I tell you, it gets cold. You know,
Oh,
uh, the Windy City is an understatement to those that are hearing it from that standpoint. The Windy City, it's more or less the coldest city. But we got bipolar weather here. It could be 9 below today and 50 degrees tomorrow. I tell you. But I am excited for you because you have this brand new publication out. And of course, for those that don't know, once again, I am letting you know today is one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network. All you got to do is stop by our platform and click on the tab that is titled Featured Author, and you'll see a copy of the publication I'm currently showing you on our television screen. Why don't you know what? Dive into it. Tell us a little bit about it. What is it? What is it all about? Your brand new publication that you have released for the people.
well, it's a fiction novel. Uh, it actually follows the journey of a main character who is fearful of intimacy and vulnerability due to a past trauma. And she's living this life going down this downward spiral of sexual addiction. And at first she revels in it because this is the only semblance of control that she feels like she can have over her life in that area. But she soon realizes, that she can't recognize herself in the mirror. And she looks at this life that she could have had that she's not living, that was ripped from her fingers. And now she's looking for revenge to fill that void. So not only is it like a love meets revenge story wrapped in emotional suspense, it's also trauma meets healing.
Wow. And of course, praying mantis. Forgiving is not forgetting. I tell you, and that, that brings, it garners my attention right away. Now, is this in fact, your first release, or is this a follow up to something that you have previously written?
No, this is a debut novel. And the crazy part about it is that back in 2012, I was in a tumultuous relationship and I just began writing. You're frustrated and you're angry, you start writing. And before I knew it, my little spiral notebook turned into an actual book. But back then, I had no desire of doing anything with it. It was just a creative outlet.
Mm.
And back in 2020, God was like, that book that, you were kind of fiddling with. Yeah,
Mm.
break, break that out. I'm like, okay. And that, in 2021, it was revealed to me that my calling was rooted in healing. And he's like, yeah, you remember that book? We're going to go ahead and transform that into a healing fiction novel. I'm like, okay. I'm just being obedient. I didn't know what was going on. But like I said, I'm like, God knew.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And again, I'm excited for you. And of course, I know there's going to be quite a few people out there who is very, very interested. But let me ask you this: as you look over the journey that you've had to take,
Mhm.
and let me rewind the tape and press play. What was the writing process like? I mean, what was it like for you? Because a lot of people out there listening are going to want to know, because we got some want to be authors, those that want to dive into their journey and their destiny. What was your writing process like? I mean, was it difficult? Was did it just come naturally?
Oh, well, the actually realized this was going to turn into a publication. No, this process was, see, getting the thoughts on paper
Mm,
was the easy part because a lot of writers, they do an outline and they spend all this time just, chapter by chapter figuring out what they're going to write. I sat at the laptop and I just started writing. And in that process was a lot of rewriting
right,
and
right.
rewriting because the way my brain works, I have to get it down on paper. And I don't necessarily know what I'm going to write, but when I go over it, that's why this process, I believe, took so long. It took a couple of years to get to this point, and it was lots of editing. It was a lot of rewrites. It was a lot of restructuring the characters and restructuring plot lines. So it was easy, but it was also very difficult. It was
Mm,
a very time consuming process, but it was fun at the same time. I spent a lot of 8-hour days, 12-hour days in front of the laptop.
yeah.
I got burnt out and I realized, okay, Tanay, I know you want to get this out, but we got to calm down. You can't do anything if you're burnt out. So,
Right, right. Well, and of course, for those inspiring writers, is there some words of encouragement that you may share with some of those that want to be authors and beginning their journey today? I mean, what words of encouragement would you like to say to them?
absolutely. If you know, everyone has a story,
Mm,
no matter what the story is. If it's going to help you get words on a page, help you travel through a journey that you're going through, that journey, you're not the only one that's going through that. Somebody else out there is waiting for you to write a book, is waiting for you to tell your story. So, what I have to say is just simply start. I know the biggest challenge with aspiring writers is just simply getting started, simply finding the time.
mm.
Write the first paragraph. Just sit down. Don't think about it.
And
Just start writing.
and would you say for the naysayers, and I know everybody has them, you know, avoid them, block them out. Don't worry about what they have to say. Just do what it is that has been placed in your heart.
100%, because no matter what you do, there's always going to be somebody looking at you, passing judgment on you, and you have to look inside yourself and know, okay, well, this isn't for them,
Yeah.
and that
Ooh.
and you have to keep going on your journey because it's going to reach who it's for.
That's right. That's right. And of course, I gotta ask this question because it's important to me to know. As you look over that journey from beginning to end, the writing, the thinking about it, the process. When you look over that journey today, and you look at where you began and where you are now, let me ask you this: what's next for you?
Whew.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. We got to know, is there going to be a part two? Are you going to continue writing, make some bit? I mean, I just have to know.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so there's not going to be a part two, but what I want to do is take some of the supporting characters and make new novels, creating their own stories and their own struggles. I honestly have about 15 other books in me that are already, I already know what the plot lines are going to be, what the struggles are going to be, what the whole premise is. So I got those 15 books lined up. I haven't started them yet, but the very next thing I want to do, instead of a fiction novel, I'm going to dive into nonfiction, just a short read, maybe 100 pages, and bite-sized chapters to show people how to heal from trauma, emotional trauma,
Mm.
because that's a journey that I had to go through before I could help anybody try to go through their trauma.
Oh my goodness! And I'm excited because once again, we know that you have a desire and a passion to do what you're doing, and there's going to be quite a few people out there who may be listening right now and/or may grab a copy of the rebroadcast. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be able to catch this on Comcast Cable, Xfinity, Roku, and I tell you, we are going to be sharing this information like you will not believe. And for those that, please, I mean, they share everything else on social media. Why not share this, right?
Oh no.
Ooh. And now, if there are some individuals that want to go out right now, right this moment, and show their love, care, concern, and support, how can your book be purchased? How can they get it? Can they download it, stream it? What's the process for that?
Yes, right now it is available on Amazon.com. It's available in Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. Next week, it will be available at Barnes& and Noble at bn.com. So that is coming, and I look forward to that.
I know you do. And of course, we don't want to forget about little old GMAP Broadcast Network down here. We're in the lower right hand corner in small print, but don't forget about us. But they tell me small print is the most important print on the paper, so hey, we don't mind sharing that time. Now, what about those individuals that want to reach out and connect with you on a more individual basis? Maybe talk in detail about what the process may be, include what's next for you, and so on. If they wanted to reach out and contact you today, what would be that process? You got some information you want to share with us?
Absolutely. If you would like to reach out to me, I do have my website. It's called TanaySawyer.com. Go ahead and place your email in there. That way you can keep up with what's next with me and any events that I have coming up. But also, I do have Facebook. It is author Tanay Sawyer. If you would like to follow me there, and on that page, we follow authors and talk about new books that are about healthy living and emotional wellness.
Outstanding. And before I let you go, this is what I want to do. I basically want to move over and give you an opportunity to share what it is that's on your heart to the viewers and listeners around the world. Exactly what you feel, how you feel, and what you want to say to them to encourage them to move forward in their journey, in their dreams. I'm going to move over today, and I'm going to simply say the floor is yours.
Thank you, Pastor Kevin. I what I would want to say is that going through my own journey, I realized that the struggle is real and life does life, but you can't stop. because nobody is going to be your harshest critic besides yourself.
Mm.
And we have to learn to talk to ourselves in the proper way to motivate us. If you're waiting for someone to clap for you, clap for yourself. If you're
Mm.
waiting for somebody to encourage you and motivate you to take that first step, sometimes it has to be you. And I know that fear is a big factor. For me, I have a fear of failure. And I know that there is such a thing as fear of success also.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
you have to move forward scared. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, a month from now, 2 years from now. You don't know what your life is going to look like, but you can be for certain it's going to look like exactly what it looks like now if you don't make a move.
Mm. I
So be
agree.
encouraged,
Be
be inspired.
encouraged. Be motivated. Be inspired. And be
Yes,
happy. Be happy.
do it scared. Take the next step, no matter what it is.
Amen. Well, I
You'll be glad.
really appreciate you. And I appreciate you taking your time out being here with us on today. I appreciate you accepting the opportunity and the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network family. I'm definitely going to be reaching out shortly. I'm going to be setting some things up to invite you back soon and very soon. And I want you to also just prepare yourself to contact me and let me know if there's anything we can do to assist you along your journey in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This platform is here for you. You have the number we want you to call. Don't text, don't chat, don't tweet, call me and let me know what it is we can do. And I want you to know two things when you do that. The answer will always be yes, and you will never ever have to ask me twice, okay?
That's perfect. Thank you so much for opening that up to me.
Perfect, she said. Perfect. Hey, I'm gonna rewind the tape and press play over and over. That's perfect. And I want to appreciate you once again. She is one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. Click on the tab that is simply titled Featured Authors, and you will see a copy of the publication that I'm currently showing you on our television screen. Praying Mantis, Forgiving is Not Forgetting. Author, well, Tanay Sawyer, here with us live on the GMAP Broadcast Network, the number one station in the nation. We want you to continue to be blessed, be a blessing, and today I want you to have a fantabulous rest of your day. Looking forward to chatting and talking with you again soon. Until then, you be blessed and be a blessing to others as you have been. And don't forget, keep moving forward. The destiny is already accomplished because you do know that your destiny was determined before your delivery. All you have
Yeah.
to do is really be willing to embrace the process. We love you. We want you to be blessed and you have an outstanding rest of your day, okay?
Bye. Thank you.
I tell you, you are something else. All right, we'll talk to you later today. In the meantime, getting back to more music on the number one station in the nation, GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. Keep it locked. Don't move. Giving you great music nonstop. We are trying our best to bless right here on the GMAP Broadcast Network.